Physical science. Welcome, physical science. This is lesson 2. So this is chapter 10, lesson 2. Let's get going. Alright, so we've been talking about the makeup of the atom. The atom has these three parts. The neutron, which is in the center, has a neutral charge, no charge, residing in the center. The proton has a positive charge, residing also in the nucleus. The electron, the tiny little negative guy that's running around the outside, and do-si-do, your partner. So let's look at this picture over here to the left. This picture is showing you the nucleus. The nucleus is where the protons and the neutrons exist. Protons have a positive charge, neutrons are neutral or no charge at all. Okay? They live in the middle. While going around the outside is the tiny little bitty electron and moving almost the speed of light. It takes two or more to make a compound. So, I've been talking about water because water is a great example of a compound. Two or more elements combine chemically to make a compound. Like a compound sentence or compound phrase. Like can't. The term can't comes from can and not. When you put it together, they make a compound and it becomes can't. Alright. Other examples of compounds. So they contain more than one type of atom joined together. These are some examples that I want you to actually have in your notes. You need to know propane, C3H8. That's kind of what it looks like. That's the model of it. Water, we've talked about that. It kind of looks like Mickey Mouse ears there. The oxygen is the big green thing. The two yellow things are the hydrogen atoms. A compound is a substance made of atom from more than one element bonded together. Acting as a unit, these guys form molecules. Some couples are just made for each other. So review. I'll show you the video. This will be a review of what a molecule is. A molecule is the smallest unit of a substance that exhibits all the properties characteristic of that substance. In this particular example, the smallest bear cub is still a bear. So, look at this little guy here. It's still a bear. He has hair, fur, teeth, likes to eat trout, all the things that the big bear does. The difference is that he's just smaller. Okay? A molecule is a small version of that. He's a complex situation with more than one element put together. Same way here for the molecule. Mixtures. Many substances you encounter are a mixture of different elements in compounds. So in this particular one, you can see, if you remember what our water looked like, the water here was the green circle with the yellow. So those are the water, and it's mixed with some of these gold-like things. So we have a combination of those things that's coming with a mixture. Distinguishing between elements, compounds, and mixtures. So if it's only one type of element, if you can see on the far left, the one type of element, all the same, all these are identical, that would just be an element. It's not really a compound. Notice these water molecules here. I've got my oxygen mixed with my hydrogen. Okay, this here is still pure. It's not mixed with anything else. This is just pure water. Now, when we put these things together, this is a mixture. All right. So this is pure because it's one type of element. This is pure because actually it's one type of compound, and when you put them both together, it becomes a mixture. Example of a liquid gas mixture would be when you drink a soda. Mixtures can be liquids, solids, gases, plasmas. It matters not the state of it when you're talking about what a mixture is. Pure. Let's get into that. We think of many things when we hear the word pure. In science, here's what it means. It means when it's not mixed with anything else. In science, when we think of, we must think of a fixed composition or makeup. So something with a fixed composition or makeup. Like when I said water, water is a compound, yes, but when it's by itself, it's fixed. It's got a certain amount of hydrogen and a certain amount of oxygen. That's what makes water. Any matter that has a fixed composition and definite properties. Elements and compounds can be pure substances. Once again, elements and compounds can be pure substances. A mixture is when you take more than one pure substance and put them together. You're making a hybrid, so to speak, putting together elements or compounds. You have two different types of mixtures. You need to write this down. There are some things that are important when you're doing this. The phrase here, homo, and the prefix homo and hetero. Homo means the same, hetero means different. In a homogeneous mixture, it's one that appears to be the same throughout. In a heterogeneous mixture, it's one in which you can see the differences. One example of a homogeneous mixture that it appears to be the same is when you just put a little bit of sugar and water together and stir. Eventually the whole thing looks the same. But when you're eating trail mix, you can see the difference. You can see the nuts, the berries, the candy parts. You can see all parts of it for a heterogeneous mixture. So you should be writing this to your word map. Here's how we classify all matter. All matter can be broken into two basic categories, pure substances or mixtures. And then we can break those into two more categories apiece. Pure substances can be made of elements or compounds. And mixtures can be either homogeneous, where they appear to be the same, or heterogeneous, where they appear to be different. This is another example directly out of your book. Notice on the left-hand side where they cannot separate by physical means. Pure substances, like diamond, gold, it's one type of element or compound. Diamonds are pure carbon, all carbon. Gold, Au, is all Au atoms. Aluminum, all aluminum atoms. Helium, just He atoms. Okay, so that can be an element. Compounds can be things like water. When it's pure water and it's not mixed with anything else, it's a pure substance. Sugar, C6H12O6 is a pure substance when it's not mixed with anything else. And gasoline. Other things that can be actually mixtures that you can separate by physical means. Oil and water don't mix, and when you look at olive oil, you can see the two parts of it. When you look at granite, and air, you look at salad. These are all examples of things that can be mixed. All right, you are ready for your first clicker quiz. So you can go to Schoology and try 10.1 first click quiz, and it would be under lesson number 2. All right, have a good one.